few more wee details on that over-under class, just different layers to this. So once I get Declan into the over-under position, we're here, and I make him carry my weight and I'm shelving. I like to turn my body so I can get his knee in my belly, but watch, my hips aren't square. I have a top hip and a bottom hip when we're hitting the over-under. So as I turn, I move my left hip down, and I have a high right hip and a low left hip. This gives me the profile to walk his leg out straight. Okay, once I'm there, and a windshield wiper, another thing I can be thinking about is kicking this leg forward. As I do, that can start to turn Declan more onto the side. And if I can come underneath and make a grip at his left shoulder with my hand, notice the way he's more on his left side, and look where his right arm is. It's actually over my head. So when I drive forward, it's giving me the underhook. Right from there, I can sure sit, and I can use this to take the back. One more time on that. Just we'll stay in that position. Let me just turn back. That's what I'm doing with my legs. So we're here. Pressure, asymmetric hips. So I want a high hip and a low hip. So as I turn and I shove and I walk his leg straight, and I've created that space that I want to move into. I can windshield wiper, but rather than just settle for side control, I can start kicking that leg forward. Arm comes underneath and grabs the left shoulder. I know he wants to bring this underneath and frame, but my head, this whole system's based on head pressure. My head's driving forward, and this hand's just waiting. So as I come up, now I have harness control. I can now pierce it and take him to the side that I want to be doing. So next pass is the folding pass. Maybe Declan's playing knee shield half guard, not having much success, and he decides just with the movements that I make, maybe as I'm moving this way, he gets a second hook and sits up. So all of a sudden, from passing a knee shield guard, we're into like a butterfly guard. Again, I'm staying tight, and I'm backing away. You know, I don't want him engaging with hooks, if that makes sense. So anytime he's got hooks, there's nothing to stop me backing away and making him chase me. From his perspective, he wants to be in close where he can have body underhooks and arm control, and then he can start sweeping me from here. I'm pushing him back. Okay, so sometimes from this position, if we just scoot this way, bro, I need to get my lat behind one of his knees. So we can just use our hand to push, and I'll fill that space with my lat, and I've cut an angle. My right hand is making an underhook, and my left elbow is beating his knee line. Head positioning is everything. So from here, my head is pushing into the throat, which is the theme of this Sloth Jiu Jitsu. The second I get to here, notice the way Declan's is in a seated position. I am using my head to get his back on the mat, and then I just step over. I want to be putting my hip on Declan's hip here. So this can go down a number of different ways. Head pressure, I have the underhook on this side, and I want to get mount from here. I'm going to find this elbow, I'm going to start plucking it. My knee beats his knee line, and then I can just step into mount. That's one option. Right here. What I like to do is just put scoop in. So we're here. Obviously this is difficult. When I push, he's going to widen his knee out. So sometimes I'll push to the side that I don't want. So it's just this. When he widens his knee, that just gives me the other leg. So pushing one side, again from the whole hand fight, maybe I'm pulling him down and he's pulling up. Another good way into this is make him think of something else for hand fighting. I come in, I get like a double necktie. I start to pluck his head as if I'm going maybe for the guillotine pass. He'll raise his head and then I push his knee. The minute he pushes out, I just push and I fill that space with my lat. Right hand comes under, left elbow finds the other hip, and then I just push with my head to flatten them out, and I lift my knees off the mat. Now I'm going to turn my hip. Notice the way Declan is on his right side and he's framing. So we're here and he's carrying my weight. Hot lava. So from this position, I can pluck his elbow. I can fill that space with my knee. And now from that position, I can step over into mount. Underhook is there as well. Just on this side, bro. So maybe he's playing knee shield half guard, or here. Maybe I've cut an angle and now he's got inside position and he sits up. Double necktie, make him think of something else. As he splits that, I'll push on one side to get the reaction of him opening. That gives me this. Hand comes in, beat that. So I need to beat this knee line. My head pressure's coming in. Notice the way I'm not on him with my belly facing the mat. I've put my hip on his hip. So my right hip is on Declan's left hip and I'm making him carry my weight. Sometimes when you go to pluck this, he keeps it tight. So we don't want to get into just a battle of that. So obviously it makes sense to pass to the side that his knees aren't pointing, which would be his left. So I can windshield wiper my right foot over his two legs, and that allows me to step to this side. Again, if he does nothing, I can move up, but he will probably come inside with the frame and build the base till an elbow. So if that's the case, you know, driving into the frame isn't the best thing. So from here, I can come around and grab his shoulder. As he's pushing on me, he probably build a base to his hand, I can just turn him, change the angle. And again from there, if his back's off the mat and I can get the underhook, back's there as well. Let's look at that again, just with our feet going this way. So from our position, I can pull down, he pushes, I push one way, as he comes the other way, I just get that position. Put my hip on his hip into the folding pass, trying to pluck this, but Declan's keeping it tight. So if I want to pass to this side, windshield wiper. Okay, and now I can easily back step to here. If he does nothing, I'll move up his body. Good players will make that frame, they'll build the base, and he's here. Again, he'll be extending me away to try and obviously butt scoop back to get his butterfly guard back. Rather than driving into the frame, we're going to nullify it by making a grip on the pants, and then I can just basically rotate him this way. Obviously, back take is there. You could turn this into more cradle pass options as well, if you're into that type of passing. So we're playing the game, I get that position, he pushes up, or here, I move in. So maybe when I put my hip on his hip and he's framing and I have my head positioning in, sometimes if I feel I just can't get through this, I'll bring this leg through and bring it through. And then I can step in and kind of put him like into cradle style type passing. From that position now, we can start to come up, get some kind of head control, pressure. And from here, I can look to get to mount as well. So a few options from the folding pass.